Welcome to today's Yin Vin style winter solstice practice. And if you and I spend a little bit more time together, I'm sure you'll soon come to realise how much I love a solstice. Just the turning of the seasons in general. And also how bad my memory is, hence my notes. So today's practice, as I mentioned, Yin Vin focused. My name is Sahara. I will be leading the practice. And today we'll be reflecting, releasing, and renewing. Take a big deep breath with me and land where we are. So the winter solstice is the longest night and it marks the beginning of winter. First, yes, you did hear me. That is Yin Vin. I know we see a lot of Vin Yin practices. I am personally of the belief that Yin is something that should be done when the body is cold. And also for this practice in particular, I want us to begin introspectively. So that is paying attention to what's going on inside. So we'll be starting with Yin and they will be 3-minute holds. So, secondly, most importantly, this is your practice. Everything is an invitation. You know your body better than I do. And if at any point your body is saying no, please listen to it. Don't do it. Only you know if a hold is too much, whether you need to back out of it a little bit or amend it. So if you would please join me in a comfortable seat, hands on your body. I am so sorry if you hear my dog belch. This is Lady, by the way, who invited herself to join us. So yes, sorry, hands to body on the mat in a comfortable seat. Begin to slow down and steady your breath. And I will introduce today's practice in a little more detail. And you might close your eyes if that feels good. Again, welcome. The earth, as always, is shifting. And tomorrow, the light begins to return. We head into the winter months now, with the intention to look within and care for our energy. This shift in seasons is a great time to focus on release and renewal. Reflect on the lessons from the past 12 months. Release bad habits, stories, and old pain. Let it transmute into something new, like waste added to a compost heap, to ultimately fuel future growth. Allow it all to integrate and trust the unseen potential. The dark, cold months may show a decrease in what's happening above ground, but beneath the earth, roots grow, ready to deliver renewed vigor, growth, and life. And seeds just wait, already full of all of the energy they need to sprout when the time is right. Your future growth internally begins now. So today, I first want to rest and introspect, and gradually you'll begin to stretch and warm the muscles, ready for action, ready for the return of the light. Our action will begin with a salute to the moon, with Chandra Namaskar. We'll flow, thanking the moon for lighting up the darkness and cultivate the needed energy for our future growth. And with that, I would just like to say that whilst the darkest night might sound like something to fear, it's not. And without the darkness, we'd never see the light. Without further ado, please join me as we begin our yin. And join me in child's pose. If you want to grab blocks or blankets or anything, please do feel free if that's going to make you feel more comfortable. So first we are going to come to a 3-minute rest and restore. And time to just, there's that word again, introspect. So I'm going to take a wide-legged child's pose, you could keep your knees together, and when you get to the ground, you can put your arms down behind you or above you, whatever feels comfortable. And I will see you in 3 minutes, because we're going to be quiet for 3 minutes. Enjoy. Think about that seed in the darkness. Just waiting. And remember, if you need any wiggles at any point during this practice, please do take them. You know your body best. You're already about halfway through. You're doing great. And when you're ready, and when it feels good, transition to all fours. If that was difficult, please know that you are not alone. Get any little wiggles out that you need to get out. And then bring your right knee up behind your right wrist and take the foot to the left. Now, because you're going to stay here for 3 minutes, you might normally get into a pigeon pose and find that you can, bring that front shin parallel to the front of the mat. But when we're staying here for 3 minutes, the sensation will build. So please find a position in which you feel like you are going to be able to stay. We are coming down to the ground. But also remember, if you need to move, please do feel free. And then join me on the ground, where we will remain for 3 minutes as a sleeping swan. You're already around halfway through. Surrender to the sensation. And if you can, just meet it with curiosity. And when it feels right, lift yourself up, gently return to all fours. Notice how things feel. We're just noticing everything. We're enjoying slowing down, or at least we're trying to. And then when you're ready, you can move and do the left side. So the left knee comes behind the left wrist. And settle yourself in for another 3 minutes. You're about halfway through. You're doing brilliantly. Just noticing what comes up. Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. Then you can make your way back to all fours and get any wiggles out that you may need to get out. And then we're just going to come to a comfortable seat where you will join me in a wide-legged position. Not too wide, as you know, we are going to be staying in these positions for 3 minutes, and we don't want discomfort. Sensation, good. Discomfort, pain, bad. Never the goal. Spine upright. Find extension. Turn your torso to the right, and then release to the ground. Only come as far as is comfortable. You can bend the knee a little if possible, or if needed. And 3 minutes here. You'll probably find that as you sit here, inhaling and exhaling, that the inhales ultimately end up making more space, and you can feel yourself dropping a little more on the exhale. But also, if that's not the case, that's fine too. Don't force your body to do anything. It knows what it needs. And roll back up. Take any movements that you need to take. And then we're going to the other side, so turn your torso to face the left. And work your way down. Not pushing or forcing. Just relaxing. You might notice that this side feels different to the right side. But just notice with curiosity, interest peaked. It's totally normal to experience different sensations on different sides. If you can feel sensation such as tension or emotion such as frustration building at any point, just notice that that's part of this process. Remember, the theme is to reflect, to release, and to renew. And you can roll back up. Take any movements that you need to take. And then we're going to move to Malasana. Hopefully. Now, you might notice that your heels don't touch the ground. I'm not going to tell you that that's something that will come with practice, because potentially it's not, because all of our bodies are different. But we are coming to some version of Malasana. So the knees are pointing outwards, palms preferably at prayer. Now, we're not looking to be particularly active in this. We're not pushing our knees away with our elbows or pushing in with our knees to our elbows, because again, 3 minutes, and this can be quite uncomfortable. And it can also be really pleasurable. I enjoy this, but I also know people that don't. So, sorry, we've probably been here for 30 seconds already. Let's say 2.5 minutes. Just breathe, notice, and remember to reflect, release, and renew. And unlike most yin practices, if you feel the need to move, I won't tell you not to, because I wouldn't want someone to tell me not to when I feel it. Feel the energy moving. Feel your body telling you what you want to do. Be respectful and kind, and listen to it. Amazing work, guys. And from here, we're going to come to a forward fold. So bring your palms to the earth and do whatever you need to do. Wiggle around so that you can get to the point where your feet are facing forward and you are standing at the front of the mat. From your forward fold, we're going to roll up. Keep your knees bent until you're fully up and straight. Get any wiggles out. And from here, we are going to do a few variations of the moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. From here, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, take it over to the left. Nice side stretch. Inhale to center and exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to Tadasana. If you utilize Ujjayi in your practice, please do. From here, we are going to step out to the side and come to Goddess. So our feet are pointing out at an angle as we squat down. Knees preferably not going further forward than your ankles, and arms to goalpost arms or cactus. And from here, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, and meet me in star pose. And then we are going to turn to the left with our back foot, front foot facing the left. I'm sorry, that made no sense. And from here, I want you to come to triangle. So you are taking that left palm to the earth, right palm to the sky. Now, I'm not going to tell you at what exact angle to put your back foot. I want you to do what feels comfortable for you. And then the right hand comes down so that the right and left hand are either side of that front foot. Now you can face forward, you can extend like you would in a halfway lift, or you can let the weight go over the front leg. Turn the back foot to face forward and meet me in a high lunge. Left leg at the front, knee over ankle. And from here, I want you to think about the distribution of your weight, really root into the ground, and then sweep the arms up. Balance, stay strong, engage your core, your pelvic floor. And then from here, straighten that front leg, feet face forward, and turn to the right. Meet me in high lunge to the right. Again, we are engaging, we are breathing. And straighten that front leg. Fold forward, plant that back heel. The angle that feels comfortable, wherever you feel balanced. You can halfway lift or you can let it go, head towards the ground. And then that left hand is going to be on the ground as you straighten that front leg, palm and arm to the sky. So we are in triangle on the left hand side. And from here, return to star. Woo! And goddess. Back to the top of the mat where you began. Side stretches again. Side stretch to the left. Inhale, center, side stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Palms, prayer position at heart center. So that was one little moon salutation. Now hopefully we're going to go again a little bit faster. So if you would, inhale those arms up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale to center. Join me in goddess pose. A few breaths here. Feel the engagement. Strengthen those legs. Star pose. We are turning to the left to come to triangle. And then to pyramid. And to our high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Straighten that leg, come through star pose again and meet me in a lunge on the right hand side. Swoop, sweeping the arms up. Exhale to pyramid. Rearranging that back foot to triangle. To star pose. And to goddess. One really needs to concentrate here for some of these. Turn to face the front of the mat. Join me at the top. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Palms to the heart. And quietly, if you feel comfortable, thank the night. Thank the darkness. Thank the moon. And we'll just run through sun salutation now. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Take that left foot back into our lunge. Plant the palms and come to plank. Lower yourself down however you feel comfortable. Inhale to cobra. And exhale. Inhale, you can come to all fours or push back up to plank. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bring that left foot up. We are back in our lunge. And then bring your back foot up to the front. Halfway lift. And let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, palms to Tadasana. One more round before we come to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot back into our high lunge. Right foot back to plank. Lower yourself to the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. Back into our lunge. And then the right foot comes forward. And we're in our forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, roll it up. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, palms to heart center, palms to your sides, Tadasana, facing forward. And then from here, we're just going to come to the ground. However you like, join me on your back. Once you've made your way to the ground, knees up, settle in. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. And then take that right ankle over your left knee. You can leave it here. You can move it around or remain still. Or you can bring that left leg up and clasp the hands behind the left leg. Then you can also straighten that left leg. If you flex the foot, particularly on the bent leg, you might notice a different sensation. Again, just move if you need to move. Or stay still if that's what serves you. Listening, noticing, and reacting to that is yoga. So whatever your shapes look like, you're doing it right. And then release. Reset. And raise the left leg straight to the sky. And bring that ankle over the right knee. Keep the legs straight. Flex the ankles if you wish. Notice what you're feeling. And notice how different movements impact that sensation. And release. And from here, we're going to come to a supine twist, which you can do however you like. You can literally just take your knees to the left side from here, if you like. Or you can straighten the lower leg, bring the right knee over to the left side. Try and keep your right shoulder on the ground. There's no need to force anything. Breathe into the sensation. Appreciate any cracks and clicks that you're able to get moving. And return to center. And twist to the other side in whatever format you wish. You can have the arms out straight or you can cactus them. And you can look over the opposite shoulder if you like. Or just look up to the sky. Inhale, return to center. Reset. And from here, we're going to take a happy baby. So grab the outside of your feet with your hands. You might do one at a time if that's more comfortable. And you can choose to make this quite an activated posture if you like, where you are pushing your feet up into your hands and pulling your hands back against your feet for that resistance. Or you can just do as we keep doing, stay still or move and just notice what's going on in your body. In your body is the bit that counts. And release. And we're going to come to Supta Baddha Konasana. So the bottoms of the feet are together. And there is a diamond shape in your legs. It doesn't matter how near or far your feet are away from your body. Just take a second to check in. Notice what you can feel. You can have your hands on your body or next to you. And then it's completely up to you whether you choose to join us in Savasana, so just straightening your legs out, or you remain in Supta Baddha Konasana for the final few minutes. And I will just read my very end passage to you as you relax and integrate. Gathering in the energy you've just cultivated. We're integrating and storing these as inner resources, knowing that you can draw from them whenever you need to during the coming winter months. And I think that is the important thing to remember, that everything you need is already within you. And again, we should celebrate this darkness. Because if there wasn't the longest night, we wouldn't appreciate the longest day so much. We wouldn't appreciate the light so much. And if we didn't have the dark nights, we would never see the stars. I think darkness is needed as much as light is. And when you're ready, take yourself back to a comfortable seat. I really appreciate you choosing to celebrate the longest night with me for the winter solstice. And I hope as we head into winter, you do remember, you really, really do remember that you do have everything that you need in you. You know, if you've also learned tools to help support you in times of tiredness and fatigue, and it's difficult sometimes to battle against the short grey days. But if you've got those tools that you can dip into, I'd say you're in a good place. So with that, I would like to say thank you. If you are journaling for the winter solstice, a few prompts that you might think about would be, again, the same things, the same topics that we were thinking about before, the same themes. So, reflecting on the past 12 months, how has it been? And releasing anything from the past 12 months, any kind of emotions or tension that, you don't need to hold on to. Once you've reflected on it and taken the lessons from it, you can release it, let it go. And then it's about renewal, also about restoration. So the winter months, it might serve you to do some more restorative or yin practices. But know that the light is coming. And from today, the light is returning. Which should hopefully also be something nice to think about, as it does feel like a battle through winter. Thank you so much for joining me today and celebrating this winter solstice with me. And I really hope that we do have many more to come together. Namaste.